We are back with another amazing episode of Mastermind Podcast, the naked truth, along with the beautiful Indigo lady. What's going on with you, sweetheart?
What's up?
Yeah, man, we about to go in. We about to ruffle some feathers with this one. And that's what time it is.
That's what time it is.
Okay. Having kids. Should it be a mutual decision to bring kids into this world? Talk to me.
So, I believe and I agree that if you decide to have children, you and the person that you are having the child with need to be on the same page. Otherwise, it's just going to be a chaotic situation and nobody's going to win, especially not the child.
I agree wholeheartedly. I do not believe at all that people should have children by people that don't want children or did not know you was pregnant or they're not prepared for children right now.
Facts.
And I ask you, who's at fault more with this particular situation? Because they're both at fault.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
but
true.
Who's at fault the most? Because, and maybe, every people that's commenting or sharing videos or whatever, maybe you can chime in on this a little bit as well. But I truly feel like, and I'm a great father myself.
Indeed.
Every day since day one, I'm there kicking ass at the schools, homework, tucking them in, doing what I got to do on a daily basis. Is definitely not easy, but it's a blessing and a privilege. But I also see a lot of different cases, friends, family, where you don't have the best relationships with these children. The children are suffering behind the bullshit.
They are.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the bullshit. If we are fucking around, playing, and most women, they in their bag, they tricking, they hoeing. You should not be bringing children into this world under those circumstances and situations.
Facts.
Please stop that type of shit there, people. Please stop it.
They make so much birth control.
Yeah, and then not only that, you got the day after pills.
Yes,
but
Plan B. It is your best friend.
Right.
For those of I'm gonna say us because I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. I have had some Plan B situations.
Yes. I just feel, because most people will be like, oh, okay, he know what he was doing, but you really didn't even know this dude.
Facts.
Y'all really didn't even know each other. Y'all wasn't together, did not plan on being together.
Right.
So is it smart to bring a child into this world? Because once you find out that you're pregnant,
you have options.
You have options. And this is a fact. I'm not all for killing nothing. That's not my mentality. So y'all could get on with the bullshit.
Right.
Period. But what I am saying is this. Nobody thinks about the child.
Right.
That's coming into a world where a male that did not want this, and a female that was just being bitter, saying that this is my meal ticket, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do.
And it happens.
And at the same, you should not have kids. You got people out here that's on child support, and they don't even know if the kids are theirs. They haven't taken no DNA test.
Facts.
This world is fucked up when it comes to this.
Facts.
And people got to understand this, man. Anybody that's on child support, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't for the benefit of the child. You have brought these people, this systematic system, into y'all lives for whatever little bullshit ass benefits. I'm going to call it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And at the end of the motherfucking day, them damn folks don't give a fuck about you.
or your child,
or the guy. Right. They don't care. Nope. They want their percentage.
So people need to understand this.
Yes, talk to me.
The systemic oppression that we face,
okay,
because it's very real, does not just stop with like the court system and criminal proceedings. Everything regarding African American peoples, be it child support, custody cases, divorce, just keep in mind this systemic oppression affects those areas too. So when you think, oh, I'm going to take my baby's daddy to court so that he has to pay for this child that we have together, you're putting systemic oppression in your life.
Exactly.
So y'all hear that? Racism abounds. It's not just, well, I know if I do this, I'm going to get money. It's like, do you really want the court system, like the justice system in your business like that?
Right.
Do you really want, well, I mean, I know we're not supposed to say the man to be politically correct.
The man, them people.
But do you want someone delegating to you, one, how much money you're going to receive, then whether or not you guys have custody, and whether or not the person that you had this child with is able to see the child. It may be someone that you may not want.
Yeah.
Might be that kind of situation.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Just think about what you're doing. There's so many different birth controls out there. There's the NuvaRing. There is Kyleena. There's Mirena. There is this new thing that came out with that's supposedly made out of copper and doesn't actually even put any type of chemicals into your body, if that's your concern. And it's actually old school. My mom said that, well, I'm putting her out there a little bit, but they had, copper, like a copper version of an IUD, which is an intrauterine device. So just be careful. There's female condoms. There's male condoms. They have ribbed for your pleasure. They have all these different, we're going to call them resources, so that you can avoid these situations. I understand it's in the heat of the moment. It's a one-night stand and you're like, I didn't mean for that to happen. But at least try to protect yourself and the other person from basically entering into a contract. People should look at it like that. Is this the type of person I want to have a contract with for the next 18 years of my life?
Exactly. And you it goes back to my logic. We need to unlearn and relearn. Right. Because when you make up in your mind and make that decision alone, without the significant other or the other person,
right,
you don't know what type of mindset this person is in at this particular moment. A lot of cases, let's just be honest and just put it out there on the table. A lot of people are out here getting kids on the bullshit.
Right.
On the humbug.
Trapping men.
You know what I'm saying? Or not necessarily that, just fucking off on some bullshit.
Right. Just out there.
Yeah, just out here, out here with the bullshit. That's what I call it.
Bust down Tatiana.
You feel me? With the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So my thing is, the shit is not right. Because if you didn't know a man, right? Or a man wasn't fucking with you on that level before, ain't a damn thing gonna change afterwards. Period.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
And it makes it worse for him, you, and the baby. You may say, people out there and that's listening or seeing this, you may say, oh, this, that, and the third. You may not give a damn.
Right.
But okay, don't give a damn. But the children are suffering.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
The children are suffering, and that is some fucked up shit. Period.
Just remember, like, if you grew up and you didn't have things that you wanted because you were born into a situation you couldn't control, you definitely don't want to put a child in that same situation.
You never want to do it because it saddens my heart every time that I see a child without a father.
Right.
A child without a mother, or them both together.
Right.
To make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because none of us is perfect. But stop trying to force something that doesn't need to be forced. You don't even know this man. This man don't like you, don't want to be with you. People are married or whatever the case may be. Man, let that shit go, because you are not doing nothing but bringing a child into a disruptive world from the beginning.
Right.
If you don't think no more about yourself, you need to think about the child.
If nothing else.
If nothing else, think about the child.
Right.
Because the child is the one that's suffering the most.
That's true.
Definitely suffering the most.
That's true.
Every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to find a way to put your children, you know what I'm saying, around a better situation. So what's understood don't need no more explaining. We can't continue to do this kind of shit because we're doing it too much. Man, it's all types of goddamn coronavirus babies out here, man. That's what I call them. Corona babies. You know what I'm talking about? Corona babies, for real. And that shit ain't Corona and OnlyFans kids. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Yes, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't right, man. Leave that shit where that, man, because at the end of the day, you know, the children are suffering. Now, let me say this. And I want you to chime in on this. Indigo lady. Yes, always two sides. And I will say this. Now, if you was in a relationship with a person, you know, y'all been handling that, or y'all was married, whatever the case, that's different.
That's different.
That's a whole other different story. I'm talking about these one night stands, people you didn't really get to know. You messing around with a lot of people. You just rolling the dice, picking a motherfucker. Whoever got the best situation.
Right.
And then you feel like there's somebody owe you something. Don't nobody owe you shit.
Right.
Nobody owe you a motherfucking thing.
The object was to have a good time.
Exactly.
There's no guarantees on that.
Exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But if, you know, out of the situation, a child was conceived,
yes,
just take into consideration what is the best situation for the child.
Exactly. Not you.
Right.
Not you broke motherfuckers that looking for a free ride or want to be put on Section 8 for another 10, 15, 20 years. Let's get this Section 8 shit clear.
Right.
That shit was developed to help people for a little while.
Right.
Not for motherfuckers being on that shit 10, 15, 20 years, study having kids, getting on it. Your lazy ass sitting around, study fucking having babies. That's exactly what it is. Because we tell the truth over him. You study sitting around fucking having babies.
It's tight, but it's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you lazy. You don't want to work. You don't want to go to school. You don't want to do nothing. You want to continue to depend on the system. The system, after a while, need to throw y'all motherfucking ass off. That's the only way that this shit could fix itself.
And just food for thought, the qualifications for getting housing and getting on Section 8 and for getting TANF and for getting SNAP, which we know in our community as food stamps.
Food stamp.
The qualifications, they're getting tighter and tighter. They want to know everything. Who are you staying with? How much are you paying? Is there a person assisting you? What is your utility bill? Do you have a vehicle? Because that is considered an asset, and if it can be sold, they will not let you qualify for food
Exactly.
stamps.
Then you can't make a certain amount of money. So with this little bit of help that they give you with all of these restrictions, because we got to understand it's a systematic manipulation.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? Everything is being manipulated to separate the man and the woman from the beginning. That's why I don't feel like people should have kids when you're not ready.
Right.
And a lot of shit rolls up under not ready.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the people that sitting out there keep doing this bullshit, right? That keep doing it. Because I know some motherfuckers, they children grown as fuck and then turn right around and have another baby by a motherfucker that they ain't with.
I've seen it.
You know what I'm saying?
I know it.
And all of their kids got different daddies.
Right.
I know that's going to rub some people the wrong way. I'm not saying nobody specifically. Please don't get offended. I'm just dropping facts. You know what I'm saying?
That there are options. Like
it's options, man.
It can be this way. It can definitely be in different situations.
Because here you go. Think about it. Here you go again, right? Without a family, without stability for the children, and you got to raise another kid solo dolo.
Thanks.
So in the meantime, in between times, what you doing? You hustling, you grinding. You're not making the best decisions because you're fighting for survival.
Right.
The worst person in the world that I feel like, because I'm out here in these streets, is a person that's fighting for survival.
Thanks.
When they're fighting for survival, they ain't loyal to a motherfucking thing.
Mm-mm. Or
nothing.
Anyone.
Or anyone. So how does that measure up? And what are the chances of a man marrying a woman that have 3, 4, 5 different kids by different people? You see what I'm saying?
It happens, but
it suddenly happened, but for a man that don't have any.
Oh, that's not happening.
You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Don't do that.
You know.
She better be stupefied.
You know. Hey, it's some out there that's stupid, Miss Butterworth, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we got to ask ourselves, and I'm not putting anybody down. We're just making a statement. We're just dropping the truth, the facts. You know what I'm saying? We have to unlearn and relearn. The way we moving out here in this world, bro, is not right. And what we have to get to the point of doing and understanding is this. Right is right and wrong is wrong. It could be me. I have no problem if I'm wrong about anything. I'm man enough to say, you know what? I apologize. I was wrong. Let's move on from that. You see what I'm saying? We got to get out of this, the fact of doing whatever the fuck we want to do and want to make it right. No matter how wrong it is. Because that's exactly. And we need to, it's important. A lot of people, oh, that's their money. They can do what they want to do. Let people listen. No, that is a major problem in this world for people doing bullshit. Too much bullshit. And people just keep letting it get away. And that's not helping us as a people.
It hurts the community as well.
Exactly.
If you look at other cultures around the world.
Exactly.
When people from India, Pakistan, different countries from the Middle East come over here, they come and they set themselves. They set a foundation. They don't come over here and have 3, 4, 5 kids by even people in their own race. That's not how they roll. They set themselves a foundation, and that's what we as Black people need to do as well. We can't do that if there's no communication between the Black man and the Black woman.
Exactly. And we at odds. We at odds with each other. And the main reason that we're at odds is because of financial reasons.
Right.
And it's the systematic oppression that's got the thing at its all-time low of this particular situation. Right. And we cannot, and I repeat, we cannot continue to allow this to happen.
I'm not going to go too deep into this, but one of the issues is that women know when they have children, if the man decides that he does not want to remain in her life, then their fallback is, oh, well, I got WIC, I've got food stamps. They even have something called CCMS, which is a program to help with daycare costs. There's all these different resources and stuff. So women, African,
but it's the setup. Let me pause you right there. It's the setup, not to be the family. Because if you the family, you don't have access to none of that shit. Right. But shout out to every woman out there that's holding down her own, not looking for no assistance, no child support, no nothing. Right. She's womaning it up. She's bossing up and handling that. I salute you, queens around the world. Keep doing what you're doing. God bless, but God damn, we got to get it together, my people. We got to get it together. This your boy Mastermind, the podcast, The Naked Truth with my girl, Ndygo Lady, man. We out of here. Unlearn and relearn is the key, people. That is the key. We can't keep doing this same shit if we want to elevate our mind, our body, and soul.
Facts.
Know what I'm saying? Unlearn, relearn, man. God bless, man, all of y'all, man. And think twice before you make a move. One.